How's it going, everyone? It's me, Vivi. Yes, you're Vivi, we know. Welcome to a non-Spyro related video. Wow. For quite some time now, I've been mentioning Spyro in the introduction. I know it's been a long time. I haven't talked about Ratchet and Clank, nor Sly Cooper. I know. People have mentioned it in the comments. I know. Alright, I know. So for the topic of this video, I want to discuss something that surfaced, well, came up very recently. It has to do with Ratchet and Clank PS4, the latest Ratchet and Clank game. On Reset Era, there was a discussion. People were talking about how Spider-Man PS4, or Marvel Spider-Man, whatever you want to call it, it had 37 nominations at this year's E3. The discussion went on, and someone mentions, afterwards, Ratchet and Clank PS4. Here's the reply they left. Really, the biggest concern for this game comes not from its showings, but Ratchet and Clank PS4. We can chalk it up to the movie tie-in, but was still utterly devoid of witty writing and adequate substance for the game world, and it doesn't do a whole lot of favors for me looking at this game. Alright, from this reply we can all agree Ratchet and Clank PlayStation 4 was a movie tie-in, tight budget type of situation. As I said in the past, they spent 10 months to develop the game. As for the polishing phase, they only had a couple of people. The rest moved on to other projects, such as VR. 10 months is the shortest, next to Quest for Booty, which took them 6 months to develop. Quest for Booty, looking at it, it had 3.5 stars to 4 stars as rating. The main concern about the game, the main problem was the length. People liked it overall, but it was just too short. Quest for Booty was mainly to please fans. Some people hated the cliffhanger from Tools of Destruction. This was explained during the GDC presentation by Brian Algier and TJ Fixman, which I highly recommend watching. They go in detail talking about what they thought about the co-op game, what they thought during Full Frontal Assault. They go into detail what they were thinking about. I'll leave the link in the description below. It's like 60 minutes, I believe. As for Ratchet and Clank PS4, 4 stars to 4.5 stars. Alright, it was a new game. New-ish story. Okay, I get it, it's a reimagining, but with the addition of new characters, the Galactic Rangers, to me, it felt different. As for Quest for Booty, although the game was short, it still had that similar witty tone writing people liked. That game didn't even feature Clank, and yet people liked that game. It also worked out with A Crack in Time. Although Ratchet and Clank PS4 has great ratings, from what I've been reading, long-term fans don't really agree with how the writing went. As for the gameplay, of course, nice visuals, smooth gameplay, not in terms of FPS, alright? That's a pretty touchy subject. Like, dude, what are you talking about smooth gameplay? It's 30 FPS, are you kidding me? See, that kind of stuff. Fun fact, or not so fun, depending of, I don't know what you think, they walked away from 60 FPS since A Crack in Time. As for future Ratchet and Clank titles, they're most likely going to stick to 30 FPS again. Now James Stevenson, community developer, said, after reading this reply, so if I have this correct, the budget-priced movie tie-in Ratchet and Clank game we made, which got an 85 Metacritic, and is the most successful Ratchet/Insomniac game of all time, is making you concerned about our biggest production ever. Winky face. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Stevenson is pretty much saying that, hey, Ratchet and Clank PS4 is the best-selling, not only Ratchet and Clank game, but a game overall at Insomniac Games. The best-selling game they ever made. Before this, Ratchet and Clank PS4 was known as the fastest-selling game since A Crack in Time. It is now officially the best-selling game at Insomniac Games. Best game. How is this possible? I'm not trying to bring down Insomniac Games, saying, hey, they're not capable of doing so. No, that is not my intention, at all. A Crack in Time was a beautiful game, yet the PS4 game outsold it. They spent much more time developing A Crack in Time. How did the PS4 game sell so well? It's not due to the movie promoting it. Heck, the game got released before the movie, which was a big no-no. The movie, well, the scenes from the movie were in the game. When people played the game, they called the movie, oh, just a copy and paste of cutscenes we had in the game. Right? Am I wrong here? That's what I've been reading. Ratchet and Clank PS4 is a cute, colorful game with weapons, awesome-looking weapons, eye candy for young fans, and it's on PS4, by the way. Did I forget to mention that? I've probably said it 10 times in the video. We've reached a point, you have to consider this as well, a point where people crave platformers. That's one. That explains why. Number 2. The price tag. $39.99 US as the launch price. Very affordable. 3. This game was free on PlayStation Plus with your membership for the month of March 2018. A game for free. A PlayStation 4 game. Since when have we received a free game from Insomniac Games? That's what I mean. Well, technically, we had Deadlocked, which came with Full Frontal Assault, and Quest for Booty, which came with Into the Nexus. By the way, small anecdote, my copy of Into the Nexus never came with the code for Quest for Booty. Apparently there was an error in manufacturing. I probably cried that day. Deadlocked, by the way, although it was free, it was just rushed, okay? It needs to get fixed and brought to the PS4. Pretty please. According to VG Charts, the PS4 game sold around 2.31 million. I am extremely proud of Insomniac Games, I'm being honest, but it doesn't mean the PS4 game is, their best. Although it sold extremely well, it doesn't mean this game represents what Insomniac Games is capable of. They can do so much more. A Crack in Time was at 1.89 million. Well, is currently. Size Matters, a game not developed by Insomniac Games, was the best-selling Ratchet & Clank game in the past on the PSP. It's sitting at 3.75 million. Although A Crack in Time sold fast, according to Insomniac Games, it didn't sell the most. Size Matters wasn't, as I said, made by the same developer. So, will this PS4 game top it? 2.31 million is already fantastic. I'm not saying it's bad. A game produced in 10 months. $40 US. Selling a lot. Makes me wonder about our raccoon. Yes, I'm always gonna bring up Sly. If they release Sly on the PS4, kinda off topic, I know, it could sell. Just looking at how the PS4 game for Ratchet & Clank sold.
Sly, you jump and press the circle button!
Anywho, does this mean more Ratchet & Clank games in the future? Heck yes. For those of you who keep asking, make more Ratchet & Clank games, guys. I'm sure they're already thinking about it, but they're not going to disclose anything, regardless of how long it's going to take for official news. And plus, it's all about money these days. Ratchet & Clank PS4 sold, alright, Sony's going to say yes to another. When will it come? It'll take a while. Is it because of Spider-Man PS4, which I believe will outsell Ratchet & Clank PS4? You know what, I'm going to leave that topic for another video. Now here's something I don't mind. I want them to take their time with the next game. A Crack in Time they had spent a year and a half. Why not with the next Ratchet & Clank game? No rush, just be patient. Myself included, we all want a nice full-fledged Ratchet & Clank game. And I believe Insomniac Games has what it takes, they just need time. So with that being said guys, this is it for the video, and as usual do your stuff. If you have any questions, thoughts, or anything like that, leave everything in the comments section below. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching.